Cedar Lane, where the porch boards sigh and the cornfields wait beneath a cloudless sky. There's a rain barrel by a garden gate, holding stories of a patient faith. Nora June lived in a house of pine, with blue glass jars on the windowsill line, a patchwork curtain and a screen door song, and a Bible that had carried her all life long. She lost her husband in an autumn rain, but kept his roses by the walking lane. Every morning with the sunrise low, she talked to God where the green beans grow. The summer came with a thirsty hand, cracked the creek and hardened the land. Cattle stood by the dusty fence, and every prayer felt heavy and tense. But Nora said the Lord still knows where the hidden water flows. Even when the clouds don't show their face, there's still provision underneath His grace. There was faith in the rain barrel on Cedar Lane, waiting through the dry spell, waiting through the pain. Not much to look at, just wood and iron rings, but the Lord can fill an empty place with everlasting things. When the sky stayed silent and the fields turned plain, hope kept standing by the rain barrel on Cedar Lane. The town had gathered by the courthouse wall, counting what was left for one and all. Some had wells gone bitter and low, some had children with nowhere to go. Nora brought a wagon down the road with mason jars and a humble load. Said, I ain't got plenty, but I've got some, and mercy grows when it starts to run. She poured out water for the smallest hands, for widows, flowers, and garden lands. No one knew how her barrel stayed halfway full at the end of each day. A little girl asked Miss Nora how, when there ain't one cloud above us now. Nora smiled as the daylight waned. Child, God remembers every drop of rain. She didn't speak like a prophet proud, she didn't call down thunder from a cloud. She just gave what she could not keep, and trusted heaven with the deep. There was faith in the rain barrel on Cedar Lane, waiting through the dry spell, waiting through the pain. Not much to look at, just wood and iron rings, but the Lord can fill an empty place with everlasting things. When the sky stayed silent and the fields turned plain, hope kept standing by the rain barrel on Cedar Lane. By August heat, the dust blew red, and worry slept in every bed. The old church garden had nearly died, with yellow leaves on either side. Nora walked there at the break of dawn, carrying water till her strength was gone. 1 cup for tomatoes, 1 for beans, 1 for every little mustard seed. Folks began to follow her there. Some brought buckets, some brought prayers, some brought nothing but tired knees, and knelt down low beneath the trees. Then a wind moved soft through the county line, bent the grass like a holy sign, and somewhere far past the western hill, the thunder answered quiet and still. Sometimes the blessing don't rush in fast. Sometimes the first drop is meant to last. Sometimes the miracle starts so small, you almost don't see it come at all. A cup of water, a neighbor's hand, a widow standing on thirsty land, a barrel waiting, a heart made brave, a God who knows what love can say. Cedar Lane, where the porch boards sigh, rain still sings when the clouds roll by.
The old quilt Mama made still rests upon the chair, with patches from our younger days and love in every square. There were pieces from her Sunday dress and Daddy's faded shirt. Every stitch became a story of the joy and of the hurt. Time may wear the fabric and the colors may grow thin, but every thread still holds the warmth of where my heart begins. The old quilt Mama made still wraps my soul tonight, like a prayer beside the window, like a candle burning bright. The old quilt Mama made still keeps the cold away, and every golden memory feels close enough to stay. She would sew beside the lamplight when the evenings settle low, while the radio played softly songs from long ago. Grandma told us little stories, Daddy smiled across the room, and the house was full of mercy in that warm and humble gloom. Now the room is standing quiet, and the years have moved along, but I still feel their love around me when I hear an old sweet song. The old quilt Mama made still wraps my soul tonight, like a prayer beside the window, like a candle burning bright. The old quilt Mama made still keeps the cold away, and every golden memory feels close enough to stay. Ooh. could hold one evening from the house that raised my soul, I would thank the Lord for little hands that made the broken whole. For love is like a covering. When the nights are hard and long, it keeps us warm through memories and through every old time song. Like a prayer beside the window, like a candle burning bright. The old quilt Mama made still keeps the cold away, and every golden memory feels close enough to stay. The old quilt Mama made still reminds me I am home, even when the road is lonely, even when I walk alone. Brings my family back to me. So when the night grows colder and the old song softly plays, I hold the love she stitched for me in the old quilt Mama made.
Fiddle enters like a wind through tall grass. Mandolin answers with gentle bluegrass phrases. A bright bass fades in warm and steady. Light drums build slowly before vocal.
Beneath the old cottonwood, where the river makes a turn, there's a hymn the valley remembers, and a faith that still burns.
Yellow June taught school in a one-room place, with chalk on her hands and kindness on her face. She knew every child by prayer and name, and loved them all through joy and pain.
Her brother on the fields out west, but carried pride like a stone in his chest.
They hadn't spoken since their daddy died, over fence lines, land, and a wounded pride.
But every evening when the shadows grew,
Ella walked where the river wind blew,
and sang a hymn beneath the tree, asking God to set old sorrow free.
There was a hymn beneath the cottonwood, where mercy stood, where anger stood. Through the dust, through the years, through the silence and the tears, when hearts were hard and words were gone for good, grace kept singing softly in the hymn beneath the cottonwood. Mandolin answering phrases, acoustic guitar steady strung, One September when the river ran low, a wildfire crossed the southern road. Smoke rose black above the county line, and fear moved fast through the pines. Ella rang the schoolhouse bell, gathered children by the old dry well, and looked across the burning plain toward her brother's house in the flame. She didn't wait for anger to decide. She took that road with prayer inside, and found him coughing by the gate, too weak to stand, almost too late. There was a hymn beneath the cottonwood, where mercy stood, where anger stood. Through the dust, through the years, through the silence and the tears, when hearts were hard and words were gone for good, Grace kept singing softly in the hymn beneath the cottonwood. The town came running with buckets and sand, passing hope from hand to hand. The fire turned when the north wind changed, and morning broke through smoky rain. Her brother woke in the chapel room with bandaged hands and a heart in bloom. He whispered, "Ella, I was wrong." She said, "God's been calling us all along." No courthouse paper, no deed of land could mean as much as a mended hand. And by the river when the sunset glowed, they let forgiveness overflow. Some songs are sung in Sunday pews, some in fields with worn out shoes. Some rise from ashes, some from pain, some are carried home by rain. And every grudge we lay down low, every bitter root we let go, becomes a place where love can stand, like a tree beside a promised land. There was a hymn beneath the cottonwood, where mercy stood, where anger stood. Through the dust, through the years, through the silence and the tears, when hearts were hard and words were gone for good, Grace kept singing softly in the hymn beneath the cottonwood. There was a hymn beneath the cottonwood, where a broken family understood. Love is stronger than the flame, and Jesus calls us each by name. So when old wounds feel carved in wood, listen for the Savior in the hymn beneath the cottonwood. By the river, through the rain, Grace was singing once again. There's still a hymn beneath the cottonwood.
Banjo rolls softly underneath fiddle enters with a lonely dawn melody. A bright bass comes in warm and slow. Light drums build gently before vocal. Before the sun touched the water tower, before the fields turned gold, a train whistle cried through the valley like a prayer from long ago. Nora Jean worked the diner by the tracks, pouring black coffee while the world rolled past. She knew every farmer, drifter, and child, every tired face that stayed a while. Her daddy drove freight for 30 years through mountain fog and midnight fears. He'd say, "Child, when the rails look long, let the Lord keep your heart in song." But time laid silence on his chair, left his old cat hanging there. And every morning before daybreak came, Nora whispered Jesus' name. When the train whistle cried at dawn, it sounded like mercy moving on through the valley past the pain, calling hope by another name. When the night was heavy and the road felt long, she heard heaven singing in the train whistle at dawn. One rainy Tuesday near the county line, a young girl walked in with frightened eyes, a baby wrapped in a faded blue shawl, and no one waiting for her at all. Nora set a plate beside her hand, said, "You don't have to explain where you've been." The girl just cried and shook her head, "I don't know how to go home again." Nora pulled her daddy's Bible down from a shelf where the old hymnals brown, said, "Grace don't ask how far you've gone, it only asks you to come back home." When the train whistle cried at dawn, it sounded like mercy moving on through the valley past the plain, calling hope by another name. When the night was heavy and the road felt long, she heard heaven singing in the train whistle at dawn. Weeks turned warm and the girl stayed near, washing dishes through her quiet tears. The baby laughed by the window light while trains rolled west through the fading night. One morning with the sky still gray, a letter came from 2 towns away. Her mama wrote, "Child, come home to me. There's still a place beneath the family tree." Nora watched her pack that old cloth bag, tucked a biscuit in a paper sack, then prayed beside the station sign, "Lord, keep her heart close to thine." Some tracks lead out, some tracks lead in, some carry sorrow, some carry grace again. Some prayers ride still through fog and rain, till love arrives at the end of pain. And even when the morning hides behind the clouds we cannot climb, the Father sees a road ahead and sends His light where fear has spread. whistle cried at dawn. It sounded like mercy moving on through the valley past the pain, calling hope by another name. When the night was heavy and the road felt long, she heard heaven singing in the train whistle at dawn. When the train whistle cried at dawn, broken hearts kept traveling on, past regret, past goodbye, toward the grace that never dies, and the God who guides every soul withdrawn still calls his children home through the train whistle at dawn. Past the fields, past the rain, mercy rolls like a southbound train. She heard heaven singing in the train whistle at dawn.
Down in Chapel Hollow, where the creek runs clear and the redbud blooms at the turn of the year, there's an old white steeple by the sycamore trees, with the bluebird song riding on the breeze. Eleanor lived by the churchyard gate, with a garden of thyme and a wooden rake. She kept the chapel floor swept clean and polished the pews till the pine would gleam. That bell had rung through 100 years, through wedding days and goodbye tears. But after the storm took the tower's crown, the old brass bell never made a sound. The town grew quiet in a lonesome way, like something holy had moved away. And Eleanor prayed by the altar rail, Lord, teach us hope when our voices fail. She said the silence feels too wide tonight, but you still speak in morning light. And even when the bell won't ring, you can wake the valley with another thing. There was a bluebird nest in the bell tower, built where the old sound used to be. Little wings of mercy singing over Chapel Creek. Not a thunder roll, not a trumpet call, just a tiny hymn above the chapel wall. When the town forgot how to lift its eyes, God sent a song through the morning sky. There was a bluebird nest in the bell tower. One April dawn, with the grass still wet, Eleanor climbed where the beams were bent. She brought a lantern and a cedar broom to clear the dust from the broken room. But tucked inside the silent bell, where the golden light through the rafters fell, was a little nest made of straw and string, and 3 blue eggs like a promise of spring. She stood there still with her hand on her chest, watching Grace in that fragile nest, and backed away with a tearful smile, like heaven had been working there all the while. By Sunday morning the whole town knew about the bluebird eggs in the steeple blue, and children gathered beneath the stairs, whispering low like they were saying prayers. Eleanor said, don't rush the sound, some holy things grow quiet in the ground. The Lord may mend what storms have torn, but first He lets new life be born. There was a bluebird nest in the bell tower, built a bluebird nest in the bell tower. That summer brought a hurting name, a young mother, Sarah, carrying shame. She came to church when the service was done, with a sleeping child and nowhere to run. The town had heard what the rumors said, how she left home and lost her way. But Eleanor saw through the dust and fear, and pulled her close like the Lord was near. She said, "Child, sit down beneath that shade. There's cornbread warm and lemonade. And if your heart can barely sing, listen close to those bluebird wings." Sarah looked up through the chapel air at the nest still resting safely there. And for the first time in a year of pain, she felt the Father call her name. Sometimes renewal is small and hidden, built in places we thought were gone. Sometimes the Lord will fill the silence before He gives us back the song. A broken bell, a weathered beam, a frightened heart, afraid to dream, a mother's tears, a child asleep, a promise tucked where prayers run deep. And every soul that feels unheard can find His mercy in a bluebird. Stood rebuilt with cedar, pine, and good. Strong hands from farms across the land, every neighbor doing what they can. They fixed the roof and raised the cross, counted no labor, counted no cost. But Eleanor left one corner wide, where the bluebirds still could come inside. Sarah joined the women's choir, her soft voice rising a little higher. And when her baby laughed in the pew, the whole church felt like morning dew. Then on the day the bell rang clear, after one long silent year, the bluebirds flew above the town like blessings circling all around. There was a bluebird nest in the bell tower, built where the old sound used to be. Little wings of mercy singing over Chapel Creek. Not a thunder roll, not a trumpet call, just a tiny hymn above the chapel wall. Now the bell rings out and the bluebirds fly, and grace keeps moving through the open sky.
The old photo album was resting on the chair, with a cover worn and faded and a ribbon holding there. Every page was like a doorway to the rooms we used to know, where the sunlight kissed the curtains and the evening moved so slow. Time may fade the colors and the faces in the frame, but love still tells its story every time I say their names. The old photo album still brings the old days near, like a song beside the window, like a voice I long to hear. The old photo album holds the golden years inside, every smile a little blessing, every tear a gentle tide. There was Mama in the garden, there was Daddy by the car. There were children on the front steps, wishing on the evening star. There were birthdays in the kitchen, there were Sundays dressed in white. There were prayers around the table in the soft and holy light. Now the house is only memory, and the road has changed its name. But when I turn those pages, I am home with them again. The old photo album still brings the old days near, like a song beside the window, like a voice I long to hear. The old photo album holds the golden years inside, every smile a little blessing, every tear a gentle tide. Ooh, the pictures stay. Ooh, like yesterday. Ooh, every melody brings my family back to me. If I could step inside one picture and hold one hand again, I would thank the Lord for every heart that loved me way back then. For every little moment that we thought would never go still lives inside the old songs and the photographs we know. Like a song beside the window, like a voice I long to hear. The old photo album holds the golden years inside, every smile a little blessing, every tear a gentle tide. The old photo album still reminds me I am loved by the hands that shape my story and the grace from up above. Pictures stay. Ooh, like yesterday. Ooh, every melody brings my family back to me. So I'll keep this old album where the golden memories roam, for every faded photograph still knows the way back home.
This is everything I've been. Every tear and every scar shows me just how good you are. Every road that led me here, every doubt This is my song of grace, lifted high in every place, through the dark and through the light. You have been my guiding light. This is my song of grace. I will sing it all my days. Every breath, every word will declare what I have heard. I don't hide who I have been, all my loss, all my sin. You have turned it all around. Now my voice will be the sound. This is my song of grace, lifted high in every place, through the dark and through the light. You have been my guiding light. This is my song of grace. I will sing it all my days. Every breath, every word will declare what I have heard. I will sing it loud and clear, so the world around can hear. Every heart that feels the same can be changed in Jesus' name. This is my song of grace, lifted high in every place, through the dark and through the light. You have been my guiding light. This is my song of grace. I will sing it all my days. Every breath, every word will declare what I have heard. This is my song of
The song we sang on Sunday still echoes in my soul, from a little whitewashed chapel where the morning bells would roll. Mama stood beside me with her hymnal open wide. Daddy sang a lower harmony with a tear he tried to hide. We had no perfect voices, but our hearts were full of grace, and every note felt holy in that humble, sacred place. The song we sang on Sunday still carries me today, through the valleys, through the shadows, when I'm trying to find my way. The song we sang on Sunday still shines through every night, like a golden memory rising in the arms of morning light. There were flowers by the doorway, there was coffee after prayer, there were children chasing sunlight through the warm and open air. Grandma smiled and held my shoulder, said the Lord will see you through. And the song she sang beside me made those gentle words feel true. Now the years have moved like rivers, and the chapel feels far away, but that melody still finds me when I need the strength to pray. The song we sang on Sunday still carries me today, through the valleys, through the shadows, when I'm trying to find my way. The song we sang on Sunday still shines through every night, like a golden memory rising in the arms of morning light. Ooh, let the old song rise. Ooh, beneath those golden skies. Ooh, every melody brings that old faith back to me. If heaven keeps a Sunday where the faithful voices meet, I know the ones who love me are singing soft and sweet. And every prayer they gave me, every hand that helped me stand, still lives inside that old song, like a blessing in God's hand. The song we sang on Sunday still carries me today, through the valleys, through the shadows, when I'm trying to find my way. The song we sang on Sunday still shines through every night, like a golden memory rising in the arms of morning light. The song we sang on Sunday still reminds me who I am, a heart once held by mercy in the shelter of God's hand. Ooh, let the old song rise. Ooh, beneath those golden skies. Ooh, every melody brings that old faith back to me. So when the morning finds me and the old bells start to ring, I remember every Sunday and the song we used to sing.
I was running out of nowhere, chasing something I could not hold. Every road I thought would take me left me standing in the cold. Every answer I was looking for faded faster than before, till I heard you call my name, and it wasn't the same. I was lost, I was falling, but you kept on calling. Right where you found me, I was undone, right at the edge, nowhere to run. You didn't leave me there on my own, you called me back and brought me home. Right where you found me, broken and weak, you saw the truth I couldn't see. Now every step I take is new, 'cause I was found right there by you. bluegrass grows. Took it far just to find my way, but I never made it past yesterday. Left behind what I couldn't fix, chasing dreams in the middle of this. Every turn just led me back to the weight I couldn't unpack. Then I heard you call my name through the dust, through the rain. Right where the gravel road turns home is the place I'm not alone. Every mile that led me here was your hand that drew me near. Right where my broken heart let go, I found grace I didn't know. Now I walk, now I see, you were always there for me. I've been lost in a crowded town, trying hard just to slow it down. But the quiet truth I couldn't deny was waiting where I said goodbye. Every road that I outran led me back into your plan. Right where the gravel road turns home is the place I'm not alone. Every mile that led me here was your hand that drew me near. Right where my broken heart let go, I found grace I didn't know. Now I walk, now I see, you were always there for me. No map, no sign, still you were right on time. Through the dust and the unknown, you were leading me back home. Right where the gravel road turns home is the place I'm not alone. Every mile that led me here was your hand that drew me near. Right where my broken heart let go, I found grace I didn't know. Now I walk, now I see, you were always there for me. You were always there for me. I was walking all alone down a road I'd never known, when a stranger passed me by with a calm and gentle smile. He said, "Child, don't be afraid, there's a path already made." Then he walked there by my side, through the valleys, through the night. He was there along the way, every night and every day. In the silence, in the rain, he would call me by my name. I didn't know who he could be, why he stayed so close to me, but I felt a peace inside. stand. He was there along the way, every night and every day, in the silence, in the rain. He would call me by my name. I didn't know who he could be, why he stayed so close to me, but I felt a peace inside as he walked there by my side. Then I saw with opened eyes, it was you in disguise. Every step, every mile, it was you there all the You were there along the way, every night and every day, in the silence, in the rain. You were calling out my name. Now I know who you have been. You were closer than my skin. Every step, every stride, you were walking by my side. There were days I couldn't see what the end would mean for me. Through the dark, through the pain, still your truth would always remain. Every step has brought me here, through the doubt, through the fear. Now I stand and finally know you were with me all along. I will see the day arise when all tears will leave my eyes, when the night will turn to light and my faith becomes my sight. I will see the promise true, every word you said will do. From this world to heaven's way, I will see that glorious day. I don't fear what lies ahead. Every word that you have said will be done just as you planned. I am held within your hand. I will see the day arise when all tears will leave my eyes, when the night will turn to light and my faith becomes my sight. I will see the promise true, every word you said will do. From this world to heaven's way, I will see that glorious day. Every chain will be undone, every battle will be won. I will stand before your throne and I will finally be whole. turn to light, and my faith becomes my sight. I will see the promise true, every word you said will do. From this world to heaven's way, I will see that glorious day. I will see that glorious where the dogwood blooms by the chapel gate, and the red clay road meets the pasture plain. There's an old wood bench beneath a maple tree, where heavy hearts learned how to breathe. Alma Ruth lived by the tobacco field, with a garden fence and a faith made real. She had flour on her hands and lines on her face, from years of holding sorrow up to grace. Her daddy built the chapel long ago, with cedar boards and windows low. But time had leaned the steeple to the side, and rain came through when the storms would rise. One summer night when the lightning fell, fire took half the chapel bell. The pews were charred and the hymn books gone, but Alma stood there at the break of dawn. She said, Lord, I don't know what can be saved from ashes, smoke, and yesterday. But if your mercy still needs broken things, then use these boards for offering. There was healing on the prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel, where the wounded came softly with the burdens they carried. Not a golden altar, not a polished rail, just old burnt cedar and a love that would not fail. When the road grew lonely, when the night fell full, God met his children on that prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel. Alma pulled the strongest planks aside, sanded down the edges black with fire, took two legs from a broken pew and made a bench where the dogwood grew. She set it out beneath the morning sky with a little hand-painted wooden sign. If your words are gone, sit here a while. The Father hears what tears compile. First came May from the dairy road with a basket full of laundry clothes. She sat down quiet at 3:30 and cried for her son across the sea. Then came Ruthie from the Mill Creek line with a tired heart and bills behind. She held her breath like shame was near, till Alma brought sweet tea and disappeared. Nobody preached, nobody cried, nobody asked what hurt inside, but every soul that sat down there felt heaven bend low through the country air. There was healing on the prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel, where the wounded came softly with the burdens they carried. Not a golden altar, not a polished rail, just old burnt cedar by Dogwood Chapel. One October when the leaves turned brown, a young girl came from the edge of town. Her coat was thin, her eyes were wide, and fear walked close on either side. She had a note folded in her hand, said, "I've made a mess I don't understand. My mama says I've lost my way, and I don't know how to kneel and pray." Alma sat beside her in the shade, let the wind move slow through the maple blades, then said, "Child, grace is not afraid of anything you bring today." The girl broke down by the chapel stone, said, "I thought the Lord had left me alone." Alma whispered, "He was on the road, carrying you before you even know." Sometimes the church has walls and bells, sometimes it's where a tired heart tells the truth they carried far too long, and finds the Lord was there all along. Sometimes the altar is a field, sometimes the sermon is learning to heal, sometimes forgiveness starts to rise through tear-wet sleeves and honest eyes. A burnt oak or a dogwood bloom, a quiet place with enough room, a faithful woman, a maple tree, and Jesus listening tenderly. By spring the chapel stood again, with fresh white paint and a roof that mended, but nobody moved that bench away from the dogwood shade where the children played. There were names carved small beneath the seat, initials worn by rain and heat, a ribbon tied for a baby born, a little cross for a family torn. Alma's hands grew weak with time, but her heart still rang like Sunday chimes. And every morning when the dew was new, she prayed for folks she never knew. Then one dawn when the fields were gold and the maple leaves began to fold, Alma smiled by the chapel door and went to rest on the brighter shore. There was healing on the prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel, where the wounded came softly with the burdens they carried. Not a golden altar, not a polished rail, just old burnt cedar and a love that would not fail. Now the women sing when the church bells pull, and the children gather where the shade is cool. There is healing on the prayer bench by Dogwood Chapel, where the Lord still lives.
The old Sunday bell still rings inside my mind, from the little country chapel where the morning used to shine. Mama wore her gentle smile, Daddy held the door, and the whole world felt much kinder than it ever had before. Time may fade the steeple, and the fields may change their view, but every bell on Sunday still brings me back to you. The old Sunday bell still calls my heart to pray, like a song from golden mornings that the years can't take away. The old Sunday bell still echoes through my soul, and every time I hear it ring, I feel my spirit whole. were hymnals on the benches, there were flowers by the door, there were children chasing sunlight across the wooden floor. Grandma sang the higher harmony with a tear upon her face, and I learned that love was holy in that little house of grace. Now the chapel stands much quieter and the old road bends away, but when the music finds me, I am young again today. The old Sunday bell still calls my heart to pray, like a song from golden mornings that the years can't take away. The old Sunday bell still echoes through my soul, and every time I hear it ring, I feel my spirit whole. Let the bell ring low, ooh, where the old winds blow. Ooh, every melody brings that old faith back to me. If heaven has a doorway where the faithful voices rise, I know the ones who love me are singing past the skies. And every prayer they gave me, every hand that helped me stand, still rings inside that Sunday bell like a blessing in God's hand. The old Sunday bell still calls my heart to pray, like a song from golden mornings that the years can't take away. The old Sunday bell still echoes through my soul, and every time I hear it ring, I feel my spirit whole. The old Sunday bell still reminds me where I'm from, where every heart was held by grace and every soul was one. Ooh, let the bell ring low, ooh, where the old winds blow. Ooh, every melody brings that old faith back to me. So when the morning opens and the old songs start to swell, I find my way back home again through the old Sunday bell.
There's a silence in the air tonight, like a whisper calling from the light. Every step I've walked has led me here, closer than I've ever been before. All the roads I thought I'd lost my way were the ones that brought me to this place. Now I feel it deep within my soul. There's a home I've always known, and I hear it calling through the night, like a distant holy every tear will fade away in the glory of that day. When heaven calls my name, I will never be the same. All the broken parts will be made whole when heaven calls my soul. I've seen your love in every trial, every moment that I couldn't stand. You were holding up my hands. Now I know I'm not alone. There's a place that feels like home. When heaven calls my name, I will rise above the pain. Every tear will fade away in the glory of that day. When heaven calls my name, I will never be the same. All the broken parts will be made whole when heaven calls my soul. Every voice will sing, every heart will bring all the praise to the King of Kings. When heaven calls my name, I will rise above the pain. Every tear will fade away in the glory